Starting in late 1993-94, it was apparent that we had just gone through one of the biggest run-ups in pinball history. And we had just gotten done in 3 or 4 years totally feeding a frenzied market that just couldn't live without pinball.
When I did Corvette, the early 90s boom had about fizzled out, and we were in a downward spiral. The boom in the early 90s occurred as a function of a lot of it was as a function of Europe opening up. In the early 90s, we were shipping more pinball machines to Europe than we were selling in the United States. Germany was a huge powerhouse, absolutely sucked up pinball machines. They just were crazy for them.
People given enough of the same entertainment over and over start looking for new things to do. And so we had satiated their desire for what we were doing, and now they were on the move looking for something slightly different to do. That depression continued starting in 1994 through the 90s, through the late 90s.
When I started working there, I was seeing, earnings reports of pinball machines making, in some of our test locations, over $400 a week, which is amazing. And at the time period, it was like, people were getting excited if you broke, $90 a week. You just kind of have to think that, yeah, I'm here to work on cool stuff, because just no matter what you do, there isn't much you can do to change a marketplace that just doesn't want any coin-op at all, much less, a pinball machine.
The operating public could not discern significant differences from one game to the next. They all kind of blended and melded together. Too complex, too intimidating, too overpowering, too difficult to maintain on location. My God, we can't even fix that light bulb because it's going to take us 12 hours to, disassemble that ramp. So too did video do the same thing. The games became more complex. You needed to remember different combinations, and unfortunately what wound up happening was all the designers, I think, fell victim to designing for the select few and wanting to appease, satisfy, overwhelm that select group.